Sam Qualiano, congratulations. Thank you. I know you're laid back, but you can hold the microphone yourself.
Thanks everybody for showing up today.
Great turnout. Thank you for promoting it. Sam, please tell us why you jumped onto the silly shark movie bandwagon at this stage of your career.
Well, that's what I started off with, was creating the Silly Shark
Please
bandwagon.
explain.
Back in Snow Shark, which was 2011, we created this no-budget movie that was the lowest of quality, but had a lot of heart, and that was kind of what started everything for me. So, yeah, we decided to go back to our roots and create another Silly Shark movie.
Please explain to the audience the significance of the egg carton aliens at the end of the film.
The egg, we made some short films, like 3 of them, like 100 years ago. They're really awful and amazing. And it was kind of I just wanted to throw those in there. They're kind of our big thing back in the day was our egg movies that everybody knew us from. So had to throw them in there, and who knows if people like the eggs, they might be in a movie.
Now, when you say us, you mean Simeon, your brother
Simeon
as well?
and me and Simeon pretty much played all the characters in the first egg movie.
And in the original Snow Shark short, didn't Simeon wear a fake mustache?
Yes, it was painted on.
And today he has a real mustache, correct?
I think so.
All right. I noticed that everyone in your cast seems to have a beard.
Ben, I suppose so.
All right. So tell everybody really why it is you did this particular film.
Well, I have no idea.
Sam, it's true. You're working on all these larger films and smaller capacities. You decided to make a super low budget film, almost in total secrecy, just in your spare time.
I did. I was shooting this over the course of a year in between jobs on actual films, like they paid me.
And,
Yes.
and excluding any bonus distribution funds that came in, what was the budget on this epic?
I think the total that we've spent so far is around $2,500 on the movie.
$2,500.
I had all these costumes for years and I don't know why.
And for those people unfamiliar with your au revoir, please tell them the significance of Andrew Elias to your team.
Andrew Elias is like my go-to actor human. He, good friend, one of my closest friends who wanted to be a big movie star. And I was like, well, Andrew, you know the right guy. So I made him a star just for you guys.
Besides appearing in human form, Andrew was mostly the Sharks? Or
Yeah, him and Simeon actually, when they weren't being the lead actors of the movie, they were bouncing into the shark costume.
So the better part of the first half.
Yeah, for most of the movie.
But you wouldn't let Andrew do the voice of the shark. You did that yourself.
I did the voice myself, yes.
And the voice over the radio.
Yes.
And the narrator.
Yes.
And you were the mad scientist.
Yes.
And you did those spectacular visual effects.
Spectacular, yes.
And then,
Yes.
am I leaving
And
anything
I was
out?
also the voice of the dog.
How did you know that Mick O'Keefe was going to turn into this wonderful character actor?
Because Mick O'Keefe is like a national treasure, and people don't know it yet, but I met Mick back in the day. He was an extra on a film I was working on. It was the worst experience of my life, but Mick came out of it, so I was like, this guy has some class, and he's a good guy, and I saw him acting in some other people's stuff, and was like, wow, this guy, he actually has the chops. So I figured I'd give him a big role, as in one of the lead roles, and he nailed it. I thought he did a fantastic job.
In a loud voice that fills the room, say anything you want in that accent.
I don't want to say anything.
Sam,
Thank you very much.
do you want to announce anything regarding distribution, or are we keeping that a secret?
No, we're gonna go self-distribution on this one, You know, these indie movies are kind of hard to. I've got distribution on my other feature films, but you never see any of that money. So, not that we're doing this for the money, but it helps when you're spending an entire year working on the thing. So, we're releasing it on Amazon. It'll be available to stream digitally, and you can rent it or purchase it that way on the 6th. So, on Tuesday, it will go live. And DVDs and Blu-rays will follow shortly after that, but I do have DVDs for sale on the table over there.
DVDs for sale at the table over there. Who has questions for Sam Qualiana? Hello.
Get a one-liner. I like dumb little shots.
A one-liner.
Simeon will do it. He's really good at one-liners.
I have a shark to kill.
Andrew?
That's reassuring.
Nah, diggity dog.
Who else has a question in the back?
Yeah, how did you get Bob Bozak to be in the film as the homeless guy, knowing that he's a SAG actor?
Well, we've been working on this for a long time, so we filmed Bob's stuff before he was officially SAG.
And who does Bob play in this film?
Bob plays, well, he was supposed to just be the homeless guy, but he decided to he asked me if he could play his character from Snow Shark as a homeless person, which most people probably wouldn't recognize, but he has all the wardrobe and stuff from Snow Shark, so.
And doesn't the snow shark itself have a cameo in this film?
The Snow Shark is the actual Snow Shark, the miniature we used in Snow Shark was the Gargantua Shark.
Gargantua shark in new comps or same shots?
They were new comps, yeah.
And Eric Zemecki made that original shark with Andrew Ladd.
Yes.
If we're talking about Snow Shark, when can we expect Snow Shark 2?
Well, when the money's there to make it and we have a budget, I'll do it. I already started writing it. Making movies in the snow is hard though.
I wouldn't know. Who else? Anybody else?
Yeah, I see.
Sorry, never mind. We'll get you. Joe?
So you said you shot it over the course of the year. How many days of shooting was it?
I believe it was 12 days, including just, if I kind of mix in like days that we just shot like one quick little part of the comps and everything. It was pretty much just 12 days of shooting.
And somebody over here.
Yes, that's-
I said, that's great that you have a deal with Amazon, and it got picked up with Amazon. How much of a percentage do they give you for that? Do you keep a lot of it?
They're actually really, really great about it. If you're doing it directly through them, they'll give you 50% of what you make off of it, which is huge compared to a lot of offers out there.
And over here. Back.
What was your favorite scene to film?
My favorite scene to film? Probably the finale. It was a lot of fun.
What should we call it?
Drone.
The drone. Yeah, drone shot was awesome to have.
What was your favorite?
My favorite scene was pooping on the log.
You guys have a favorite?
My monologue.
Your monologue favorite?
Awful monologue.
Yeah, put everyone to sleep. Yeah.
I think just being in the laboratory, all of that was really fun for me.
Anybody else? Yes, Al.
What advice would you give for aspiring actors or filmmakers?
Advice is just keep doing it regardless of how bad it turns out. Because keep building relationships and not getting an ego about things, because the more you work on it and the more you treat people decent while you're doing it, then the more people are going to be willing to help you on small movies like this.
How did you land on the creature design?
Well,
How did you settle on the creature design?
how did I settle? I had no money at the beginning at all, and I was trying to ask a few different places, and everybody was out of my no money price range. So I decided to just kind of Frankenstein my own shark mask out of another creature and created it myself. So yes, I'm sorry. That was me. The rest is great though.
I got two questions, Sam.
Ah.
My first question is, what's next for you? And my second question is, you have a famous executive producer on your film. What did he do to help you, or what is he doing to help you?
What's next? Well, I'm finishing editing another feature we did a couple years back that's been a real tough one, considering it was supposed to be taking place in a blizzard and the snow melted and all the equipment got caught in the weather, so we never got to shoot until the weather was gone. So there's a lot of digital effects behind that one now, and so I'm working on editing that, and also wrote a novel that I'm having edited right now.
What is that, Lake Effect?
That's Lake Effect, yeah.
What's the novel called?
The novel is called Journey of the Avenger, and I'm working on finishing up those two and then releasing them before I move on to the next film. And the producer, I've worked on, I think like 9 films with him now at this point, working for him, and we've become friends over the years, so he just kind of helped me out when he knew I needed a little help.
You mentioned his name.
Christopher Ray. Chris Olin Ray. You might know his father, Fred Olin Ray. And he made like all those two-headed shark attack movies and all that cool stuff. So he loves the sharks too. Yeah, it's pretty great.
Okay, you first.
Can we ever expect to see any mashups of like Six Fingers versus Commando Shark?
There's always a possibility.
Teaming
Certainly.
up his different monsters.
Sometimes I sneak them in.
I have 2 questions. Have you ever thought about making a graphic novel series of the shark movie that was just fantastic? And then your musical choice, being composer, I'm just curious, like why the choices you made?
Graphic novel would be amazing. I don't really have any of the, I guess, contacts to know where to start with that, but I would absolutely love to do something like that. That'd be amazing for sure. And as far as music, I had a friend who works for me for pretty reasonable rates, and he's pretty amazing too. And he was great because I could just send him back all the stuff, and I tell him what I wanted, and he would just come up with just really great goofy stuff for me. And then other than that, I did mix in some public domain stuff that I just kind of felt fit the scenes well, and a lot of just I guess military music that was in the public domain, just because it needed it.
It's not a question, but a comment. I'm surprised that Terry Kimmel wasn't in the film.
I did try to get Terry. Our schedules didn't work out, but I definitely talked to him about it.
And notice Terry isn't even here tonight. He's one of our most loyal supporters, but now he's got a job again, and the need for sleep for his job has taken him from us.
Dilbert?
How challenging did you find it to keep the film under wraps, quiet, with such a large cast?
It was pretty challenging. There was definitely, certainly the times where I had to go on Facebook and be like, hey, just call that PAX. Why don't you do that? No sharing the sharks. And we always, every day we're filming, we'd announce it to everybody not to show anything on social media, not to talk about it. I mean, you could call it PAX. I don't care if it's stuff that didn't revolve around the sharks and stuff, but I mean, it's a kind of a crazy premise, and if it gets out to the world, who knows? Warner Brothers will be making Commando Shark before I finish it for the year. So, you know, it was definitely challenging to keep it on wraps.
Last question.
On such a low budget, where did you get all the props, costumes, and yeah, all the props and costumes?
The costumes, because we made like 100 short films like since like the 90s, the late 90s. They're all, we just kind of collected them from like surplus stores and just to make our short films. And I got a lot of that stuff at like huge bulk prices. So
I saw a cultist robe in there too.
Yeah, those are actually from the same book. But yeah, I've collected those things over the years, so I just had them all because of some short films that we had done before, and I was like, well, we should really do something with these and utilize this, because it's like, it'd be a huge chunk of a budget if we're actually gonna make a feature with it. And then the props are just kind of, a lot of the guns and stuff just came from a lot of the cast members even, and Simeon had a lot of them too, so we had a lot of that stuff just laying around, and we're like, we should utilize the stuff we have and make a movie with a really low budget with stuff we have to make it look as best as we can with what we have.
Way to go.
Sam would like to continue talking at his table where he would like to sell you DVDs of the movie you have just watched. So let us all congratulate Sam again on a very fun movie. We will take a 5-minute break and then present Sebastian Godin's Small Creature feature.